Welcome back to Citizens of the Omniverse for episode 4 of season 7, the final season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We're going to go ahead and hop into this one, guys. If you want to see the full reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Over there, you can also get early access, depending on which tier you're in. You can also submit your own comments, questions, or fun facts for me to read into these episodes. You can do all that over there as well. You get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also can suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. It's a great way to support the channel, help us do things you do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate if you enjoy this reaction. To at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And with that all said out of the way, let's get ready to hop into episode 4, Out of the Past. Here we go. Yo, what is going on here?
I know how the story goes, and when it's playing out right in front of you, it feels like you can't escape it. That fate's gonna catch up to you.
Hey, we didn't say goodbye just yet.
I thought I shook you.
Well,
Sometimes the hero has to die, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No. No, I refuse.
My circuits were crossed up. Color had bled from the world, and I could hear my thoughts pinging around my head.
I wonder if this has anything to do with whatever happened when he got hit with that EMP. If this is some kind of like circuitry fucking dream fog or something like that.
I could break those cuffs easy, but something told me to hold off.
My contact, the scientist, he's dead.
No, we are... Never mind, we are... Well, maybe not. Maybe this is a side effect of it more than anything, but we are seemingly following up on it.
He delivered a groundbreaking S.H.I.E.L.D. device to Howard Stark, kept it from falling into Russian hands, and then he was killed. This was the day Daniel Sousa became the first fallen agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, no. Oh, God, the wall. What a throwback.
I heard enough to know that this day had been knocked off course.
Time for some answers. Start with your name.
Yeah, with the color leaving his iris, I wonder if that has anything to do with the way he's viewing the world right now.
I came to the base to track him down. You saw the moment he found out I was onto him.
Linmore would agree, seeing as he melted like the Wicked Witch of the East.
You mean West?
Yeah. Get it right, Sousa.
Maybe the mention of Stark sold him, or maybe he heard the clock ticking.
Where is it?
The package?
Oh, that camera tilt. I love the way this is playing out, though. The whole noir aesthetic to the whole thing.
I couldn't use a 1950s phone to dial a 21st century airplane. There was only one number I knew to dial.
And that was...
These recruits today.
That's what I thought. But wait, hold up. Sorry, no, hold on. What's happening here?
I hope I'm not boring you, buddy.
Okay, it is what I thought. But there's like a wholly different vibe than what we last saw.
Me listen to your
Well, we didn't have to say goodbye to him for very long, at least.
The Crazy Canoe.
The Crazy Canoe.
Such a pleasure to hear your voice after 2 decades.
Right now, I'm hoping you have a way to get a message to the Zephyr.
I can do better than that.
Fantastic, put me through.
It's like, I don't need your long-winded way of getting to it. Nice. Let's go, Enoch. But I'm sad that he's like, no, we can't bring you, buddy. Oh, well, sorry.
Chronicoms may have altered history.
When they took the body of Dr. Lindmore, who happened to be working on technology vital to the future of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh. I mean, they shouldn't have, that would be such a sloppy little mistake, or a happy little mistake. Maybe like a contingency, just in case.
Yo-Yo and Deke hit the road to retrieve the S.H.I.E.L.D. gadget from Dr. Lindmore's home.
You're quiet. Just don't have very much driving experience. I'm great on a scooter, though.
Got plenty of practice in your old office, I'm sure.
Were women allowed to drive? Yes, of course. Why would you? I'm sorry, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's a valid question.
So sexist and racist, but the 50s, though, are still pretty sexist and racist.
Yeah. I was like, it's not much better.
And some things never change.
Can't hurt to try, though.
We lose control of the timeline and it goes skidding off the road.
Yeah, that's true.
We're the agents of status quo.
Sounds like you don't agree with it.
Sounds like you do.
I don't know.
I mean, it all tracks, it all makes sense, but it's also very valid to feel like that. To feel those feelings all the same. Like, could we do better? Maybe. Could you do worse? Very, very also maybe. You know, we have no way of calculating the odds to see how our impacts would better or worse in the future we came from. Oh, that's not a good sign right there. I love their thumb-looking faces, man. Or, well, lack of faces. They're thumb heads. Uh-oh. Not alone! Oh my god. And they took him? Are you fucking serious?
Was the package was now in
Why?
S.H.I.E.L.D's possession. The bad news? Deke wasn't.
You leave my boy alone. Ooh, nice. Nice camera move.
Nothing to worry about. I was worried. Turns out the person I was looking for Deke, and I wasn't gonna get the package anytime soon.
Fucking lovely.
Enoch, it's Yo-Yo.
I am pleased word of my presence has gotten out. And
No, sorry. I need you to connect me to the Zephyr right now.
Oh no. Oh, poor Enoch. He's like, I just want to come. Let me come home. And they're like, no, we need you to be a glorified, whatever, correspondent.
I didn't see who took him.
We have to assume Russians.
I'm so sorry, Mac.
Operator, that's the word I was looking for.
I was waiting for the signal, hat over his face.
Smooth. Quite smooth. Oh no, but who's this? Is that Russians or is that just someone with that guy?
That's a gadget.
This is like the Rosetta Stone of S.H.I.E.L.D. tech. Even the Zephyr can be traced back to this little darling.
What even is it? Just looks like a block of metal.
It is incredible, isn't it?
Is it?
We need
What
to
the
track down
fuck?
Sousa.
What's up with May? First there's no emotion, now there's so much emotion.
Stark's not going to be at the drop.
I was hoping to meet him.
You worked on this for Howard, and you've never met him.
Sent a few encouraging messages to the lab.
Sounds like him.
Big thinkers can come off that way. Makes for a divide between those in the lab and those in the field.
Yeah, I'm feeling it now.
He's playing it really, really well though.
You can relax, Mr. Coulson.
Oh, fuck.
I come along with a proposition.
Okay. The Chronicoms want to make a deal.
What's the offer?
Give us what we want. Earth and your humans will have our charity.
What the fuck does that mean? You'll turn them into Chronicoms or something crazy like that?
Traveling alone is so tedious.
Could use some good company myself. Leave the bottle.
For a hot second, I thought it was Dottie.
We know this is the day that he dies. Killed later tonight at a hotel, but all we had to do was make one call, and he dies right now.
Yeah, we're in a pickle.
You need to work on your acting.
Nice. Hey man, Sousa can throw down though.
May I cut in?
Nice. It's gotta be real hard to fight in that suit, whatever, dress, whatever Daisy's in, whatever you call that.
We have the package.
All right, then. Let's have it.
Well, first we need to take a little walk outside.
Oh God, serious? Might as well.
One of them was still MIA.
Come on, Deke, you're slippery. Get out of here, slip away.
Rise and shine, big brain.
We were at the mercy of history.
Wait, I wanted to see Sousa's reaction.
We didn't tell him where we were from, but he knew something wasn't right.
That's May, doing the flying.
Pretty slick. Never seen a plane on top of a train before.
The fuck was that?
May?
Simmons.
What the hell?
I'm fine.
I think you should come with me.
Yeah, she's not okay.
I think I know how she feels.
You have no idea.
Could be he was taken by whoever ordered the hit on the train.
Russians?
Normally I'd say yes, but I don't think it's the Russians who are after this. I think it's someone else.
Hydra. I assume.
Here's your scientist, boss.
Oh my god, it's gonna be the guy. It's gonna be him. Oh shit.
There's a bucket of reasons I shouldn't trust you all, but
The guy he wanted to save originally. Why can't I blank the Malik dude? I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
wait, what?
Who else knew about your meeting with Dr. Linmore?
Only my superior. Also classified.
Name wouldn't happen to be Malik, would it?
There we go.
The kid we let live in 1931 had come back to
Yep.
haunt us in 1955.
Yep. Oh my god. And Deke is now face to face with him.
The name's Wilfred. Now, why don't you tell me who you are? Because you damn sure don't look like a scientist.
It seems like your man here screwed up pretty bad, which is surprising considering the square jaw, broad shoulders, lack of any... But
Oh!
Thanks for helping me root out a bum employee. Nobody's gonna miss a third-rate hoodlum, just like nobody's gonna miss a toaster salesman.
You leave him alone.
But Agent Sousa's sacrifice was an inspiration to others in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Like yours was for the Avengers.
Well, let's not oversell it.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
It's also a fact you got a chance to fight another day.
Also
If
true.
Sousa lives, we don't know what impact that will have on history.
Malik is just a piece of it. If you expose him right now, they'll just go deeper underground.
Then I'll follow them there. This is a fight I'll wage alone if I have to. I'd give my life for it.
If we don't intervene, you will.
You don't have to do this, Freddy.
Nobody calls me that.
I did in 1931.
Oh.
I recall you held a gun on me once.
And I didn't shoot you. I shot someone that was coming after you.
Well played.
You'll have to forgive my memory. When you reach my position, it's easy to forget the people that helped you on your way to the top.
Well done, Deke.
What were you doing in that house, anyway?
You're no salesman. Just looking out for my future.
Aren't we all?
Whew. Hey, sold his way out of that situation, that's for sure.
May had a panic attack.
You've always held tight your emotions.
To a fault, some might say.
Mm-hmm.
Just blank, and then my emotions wash over me, out of control.
Maybe no, like, regulator at all. This guy is still going.
He said that was the best fit for my skills.
Can I come? No, patch me through. This guy, he just wants to tell his story.
Buddy, it's Deke.
How the hell?
I'll connect you.
Wait, no! Oh, he didn't even try. I think Deke actually would have been like, no, bud, help me.
You might be the best friend that I have.
I must decline the offer and accept that I am alone in this world.
Oh, no! God damn it.
I'm in L.A.
Are you safe?
Yes, you are never gonna guess who I just saw.
Wilfred Malik.
Okay, or you will guess correctly.
He's like, God damn it. I wanted to be a surprise.
I went to a world where they don't feel, don't have emotions, and now I've lost control of mine.
Mm-hmm.
When you saw the technology in the briefcase,
I was excited about it.
You were giddy. Only Simmons cares that much about stuff like that.
She like siphoning emotions off of someone else, other people's emotions.
And then there was nothing to,
You shook Sousa's hand.
right. The confusion came on right after that.
And then she was like, who? And then when she let go, she snapped out of it. I think she's like feeling other people's emotions.
And now?
Less.
What in the world?
You're feeling
Everyone else's.
the people you touch on the base.
Yeah.
Bumping into me, feeling trapped, and then
The giddiness, and then, yeah.
We're gonna save him.
Writing some new history. Copy that.
Let's make some waves.
Oh, no.
I felt the need to
what?
to run.
And here he goes. We might not get a chance to save his life. All right, here we are.
Sometimes the hero has to die, and there's nothing you can do about it.
But not this time.
Maybe we could save Sousa. The question was, could we get to him before his killer did?
Dude, I love the direction of this episode. It's so well done.
I see him.
Get it done. The organization depends on it.
Nice.
Say hello to Howard.
Will do.
I thought I shook you.
Did we not make it, or did someone else? And that was the cane. Maybe it was somebody else in the pool.
Job is done.
No more prying eyes.
Sousa completed his mission, died a hero, just like what's in the history book. But not everything's in the book.
Oh.
I thought I shook you.
Was yes.
Let's
This'll make sense
go. Yes, and the gunshot was an icer.
Don't forget this.
So his survival is kept secret. So the inspiration still happens, like with pretty much exactly like with Coulson. They straight up took the inspiration away from it. And then of course it's Coulson. So
Turns out being an LMD has its perks,
yeah,
like
he can.
taking two in the back without a fuss.
And then this. But what about you? Just go to how are we gonna?
And being able to spend some time underwater.
What about when they go to autopsy or any of the other numbering follow-ups to this?
You got here fast.
We flew here as soon as we heard.
Never mind. There we go.
It felt good to dry out. It felt good to be back on the plane. It was going to feel even better when my system was restored.
What the hell? Color's back.
Better.
And you're not still hearing it?
Internal monologues gone.
Wait, what? That's fantastic. Oh, she's checking to see if she could feel.
I get nothing off of him. Time to buckle up.
Little test.
You okay?
Yeah, I just got a good look at the status quo. Not a fan.
Next time we have the chance to change it, we do.
I'm in.
Wow. We got our taste of changing things now.
He's 3,000 miles away. He's a Chronicom, though, so he'll be wherever we're headed to next, which I hope is home.
Poor Enoch, man. I feel so bad. Wait, we're not just bringing him with us, are we? Into the future? Or wherever we're going next? Because this is our armory. I mean, he has to remain dead in the past to sell the lie.
Future S.H.I.E.L.D. We're in a fight against body-snatching robots from another planet who want to wipe us out and take the Earth. The melting man you saw was one of them.
Now we can tell you everything.
Why didn't you lead with that?
Would you have believed it up front?
You're dead.
I don't feel so hot, but I know I'm not dead.
I can show you the files. You're a hero. Congrats. And condolences. You're alive, literally, but to anyone not on this plane, you were killed at that hotel. Welcome to life after death. I'll tell you all about it.
Yep, been there many times at this point.
We're not in 1955 anymore.
Nope.
When are we then?
When are we?
We're trying to figure that out.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh, fun. Mac, like, shook his head right immediately. Oh, a little bit of a decent hop there, it seems like.
Not necessary, Mr. Malik. I have been left behind to help you.
Oh, fuck. What?
Told me Sousa was on the train.
You and I share an enemy, Mr. Malik.
The Chronicom's help. Hydra.
As it is certain S.H.I.E.L.D. will destroy all you have built. It is time to prevent that.
This is ridiculous, man.
Doing exactly what I say.
Fuck off. That may be one of my favorite episodes, at least in recent memory. I loved the EMP knocked out his ability to see color, and he was hearing his internal monologue. So this whole episode was just how Coulson was seeing everything and hearing everything. You know, his thought processes, his internalized voice was our narrator, and the fritzing with his eyes is how he saw everything in black and white. See, when we ended last episode, I was wondering if that was something nefarious. We can't go an evil Coulson route again, or like an LMD gone rogue. Oh, how dare you fiddle with his technology again kind of situation. I thought you learned your lesson. But no, we didn't. It was just a setup for a very fun thematic episode where Sousa got to stick around. Hell, it looks like Sousa's sticking around for even longer. He has now left his time and come along with us because he was destined to die, but we couldn't not save him. So we did, but in the same way as Coulson did for the Avengers, they kept his survival a secret. Brought him along for the ride. So he's a time traveling adventurer with ourselves now, with our team. This whole thing was so much fun. Seeing them try to play along, keep up the charade, and then incorporate into everything. And then also with like, I love Deke kind of getting an in-person history lesson and not liking what he's seeing. Like he had that epiphany before where he was like, oh, this is just a kid. This is the guy I know. Like no context, no connection to anything that came after, until he saw now what that bought with Freddy's life later when coming face to face with him and seeing him just cold blood kill this dude, and knowing that he is now this huge powerful member of Hydra, and this infiltration into S.H.I.E.L.D. and this corruption of it is all could have been prevented had they done something. He's like, we're protectors of the status quo, and you know, and he's just like, well, maybe we should start making some waves. And they started here with a little bit of a wave, or for all we know, that was always the story, and Sousa just went with them. Again, we haven't really broken down or solidified our stance on how the time travel actually works, given there's still a couple things up in the air about everything that's gone on in the past and the way that it's worked there. So, I mean, this could have always have been the way things played out, you know? They were always there. It was inevitable. It's part of the past. It's part of the future. It's all part of one because of the way that time flows, and we flow in and out of it with this. We also learned that May there is some kind of complication that came from her being in that other world. And it makes sense now. While she had emotions when she was in her final moments when she was bleeding out at the temple, because people were touching her. People were in contact. Because I was like, you know, she had her emotions because she was saying what she thought at the time was her final moments, her final words. But that would have made sense because she was connected to people. And she can feel things as long as she's touching people. But when she's not, she isn't feeling anything at all. You know, she's just blank, as she says. And then Chronicoms, like, you know, Enoch, or LMDs like Coulson here, she doesn't get a feed off of them. So when she was around him, she was even extra robotic, extra unfeeling, if you will. Or just that was her baseline unfeeling. And then that's why the panic attack came, because she was getting bumped into by the scientists that were running, and that those emotions overwhelmed her. I like that we're getting that, but is there a way to fix it? Is there a way for us to undo that damage? You know, that time she spent in that other world, unfeeling, undying, just stagnation, almost stasis, almost. It's got some lingering effects. Yo-Yo still can't use her powers as well. So there's a lot of things still left over from that we're still really kind of dealing with. And I'm very curious how we're going to go from that. Now, I recognize the song, obviously the stylings. I don't exactly know it's got to be what, 70s, 80s, something like that. That's my guess. I can't remember. I know the song, I just can't remember when it came out. Obviously, I could look it up, but I'll wait for that surprise once we actually kind of settle it in. I can't wait for Sousa to get a taste of the future. I think that's gonna be a lot. And I guess it goes to the title of this episode too, Out of the Past. They are finally leaving that behind, and they're bringing him along for the ride as well. But I love, again, how the way they're playing around with the whole like infiltration of Hydra into S.H.I.E.L.D., the history of the MCU as a whole through all of this, kind of getting to see some of the bits and pieces of how that came to be and how somebody like Sousa caught on to it so early on and was unable to expose it. And again, he didn't even know how deep it went. He didn't know Malik was involved until the team showed up. And again, the covers and the excuses that they make along the way it's such a delight to watch. But let's head to Patreon, because that's about all I got for this one. This was a delightful, well-shot, well-directed episode. Silver Wolf, another awesome episode, and we got more Sousa. He was close to stopping Hydra at the beginning. Did you ever think that he would be the first fallen angel of S.H.I.E.L.D.? R.I.P. No, I did not think that at all. And I'm glad that we prevented that, at least. But I mean, it's still, everybody thinks that's what happened, so his inspiration's not undone. But it is a tragic thing to come out of it. It's just fucking wild, dude. But we jumped again. What do you think the team will be up to now? We also figured that at some point, what's going on with May? What do you think of her new ability? I mean, it's kind of interesting considering she's never really been an empathetic person, and now she's kind of forced to deal with other people's emotions. The counterpoint to that is hers are still locked away. She's still always struggled to deal with hers, and now they're not there. So it's interesting, she's getting overwhelmed with other people's emotions, being the person who's typically the unemotional one. As you say, poetically, May is not the first character we've met in the show with the ability to feel others' emotions with a touch. Hint, Bahrain. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's really true. Till the next episode, cheers. As far as what the team is going to get into next, who's to say? But the fact that they left a Chronicon behind to aid Hydra is absolutely fucked. Christopher Simeon here says, love the aesthetic of this episode and how LMD Coulson is the reason we get the black and white noir. Exactly. I love that there's an in-universe explanation for the stylization of this episode. Absolutely adored it. I'm glad. I love that about this episode so much. We also see how Sousa tried to stop Hydra, and as we know, he is destined to fail and is killed like Thompson was according to history. And Agent Carter Thompson told Peggy not to keep digging into these situations because they will lose. And not seeing it coming, and he was right. Hydra killed her and her co-workers at the SSR and eventually would kill Howard as well. And we know how much she blames herself already. That's so true. I forgot that they eventually do get Howard. Fuck. I didn't even think about that aspect of it. I completely forgot that was a thread that pulled back like that. Stephanie Jackson. Well, that was certainly a twist with Sousa. How do we feel about him getting taken out of time and joining the team? Him being saved and taken out of time, I didn't expect the take it out of time bit. I thought initially he would just have to continue on his work in secret and covertness, like behind the veil in his own time, the way Coulson did. But no, we just up and had him on the team, and now he's here with us. Him joining the team was not something I would have seen coming at all. I was pretty excited and intrigued to see where things go and how he fit in on live airing. Hell yeah, man. Exactly. I'm so curious about all of that. That's a whole dynamic shift right there. We got Cyber. Let's see. I had some questions for last week's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode that I couldn't post due to a full internet outage, so I'll merge them with this. So I sincerely apologize for this many questions. I love how the writers use the EMP short-circuiting of Coulson and turning it grayscale last episode as a setup to justify the film noir theme. What do you think of May's situation? I originally thought she was dead inside, but in some way or another, it's almost like May herself became a metahuman, like an empath, which is interesting because if it were any other character, you think, oh, this could be a useful buff for the crew. But because it's the cavalry, May, the woman who has closed off her emotions all after that the incident with the Inhuman girl, got the same the cavalry, and her emotional pain from Andrew turning into the Inhuman killer and dying, and finally Coulson dying and having to face against Sarge, his fake persona, and had to try to kill her because it's May specifically. I don't know if that power is a boon or bane to her specifically. Right now, it's a bane, I'd say. There's a two-pronged problem with this. At least May before felt her emotions. She just bottled them up and used them for fuel. This May claims she can't feel anything of hers. What she thought was her emotions are not. So where are her emotions? Where is everything she should be feeling about herself, her past, and her pain? All these things you referenced. Doesn't sound like she feels that anymore. And maybe that would be a boon in the moment. I mean, obviously there's a lot of that motivation, that fuel that comes from that she's going to be lacking, and that might be a little bit of a nerf as well. On top of that, though, her mission being saving people, fighting people, every time her fist, her hand, her body makes contact with another person, she's going to get overwhelmed with their emotions. This right now seems only a bane to her right now, because it feels like it would also inhibit her ability to fight. She was able to fight Enoch because he's a machine, so he didn't feel anything, so she wasn't being flooded with anything. So if she goes toe to toe with another human being, what's that going to look like? I don't know. And this could go either way, but in previous seasons, they nerfed May's agent abilities by giving her a physical injury after she hurt herself on set, but it's unclear if this power is a nerf or a buff to the May, Yeah, it's hard to see. It's hard to see just yet, but it does right now initially feel like a huge nerf. Almost in the way that they nerfed Yo-Yo as well. Our two powerhouses. Obviously, we haven't seen Daisy use her powers much here in the past, but she at least still has all of her shit. But a lot of the team has kind of had their wings snipped. The following is from an open-ended question from last week's episode that I couldn't make it in time. Side note, there's a certain episode in the season that was cited for since you first started the show. I won't say which, but if you've already seen it, to keep suspense going so that you don't get your hopes up nor have your hopes on downhill. But let's just say that it's yet another thing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did first or better than many other shows and movies around the time. If you were to hazard a guess, which I won't confirm or deny, what do you think the episode was or is theme-wise? I had always heard that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did the Darkhold better than the MCU, or they did a better Secret Invasion than the MCU. And we've kind of done that with the LMB storyline, obviously with the Darkhold storyline. Hell, those two storylines came together. And maybe the deeper we get into it, there's this idea of the infiltration of Hydra and rooting that out, because that seems to be a core element of this, which in a turn is its own kind of secret invasion, just not with... I mean, obviously you have the Chronicoms disguising themselves as people as well, but they're pretty easy to stand. They got to stand out. But all the things I could hazard a guess, I feel like we've already done. I mean, I guess now we're dabbling with time travel, which also has been being done pretty well. Anyway, for example, we got a detective episode, a medical drama, bottle episode, Christmas / Halloween episodes, horror episode like last season, time travel, space travel, secret invasion, LMDs, or The Matrix. Oh yeah, The Matrix too. And zombies, or specific plot lines like Fitz's mental psyche in the previous episodes coming back, where the inside joke with both Ward and Coulson just kept coming back for more. Is there a theme or genre or plot line you've always wanted Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to do? If so, what are you excited about? You've already met the Sousa cameo, but where do you think we're going to go from here with this character? Where do we go from here with this character? I have no idea right now. I really have absolutely zero idea where we're going to go with that. But as far as what would be a genre, a plot line I'd like for them to tackle, we haven't had a musical episode. Give me a reason why we have a musical episode. If we have, I completely forgot about it. But gotta have a musical episode. Come on. When the show is over, there's going to be a huge shoes to fill from the next show that replaces it. This show has always been criminally underrated, and not many reactors have done the show. Many quit after the first couple of episodes because they say it's too episodic. Do you regret committing to a show for years like this, or has it been keeping up the expectations? Either way, thank you for giving us the thrill of watching this alongside you, Omni. Love your insight into all of this. No, there's absolutely... Sure, there's like the time sink and the sameness. Like, yes, it's going to take us 2 years. Sorry for all the other shows that you guys want me to watch. There's always that, but like, I've never once been like, I wish I didn't start this show. Because this show has continuously been amazing. In an era, from a guy who grew up like watching the Arrowverse stuff from jump to finish, for a show that came out around the same time, and unlike those shows, obviously this show had a much more support and a much stronger budget, better writers for sure. So it had more going for it, I'd say. So it's not a fair comparison, but they were going on at the same time. But this show exceeded at what a lot of those other shows didn't, The Flash was great for the first 4 seasons, and then it got a little middling, and then it just was a decline. I think Arrow was very consistent throughout its entire run, even maintaining its episode count until the final season. I think that's the only one that kind of managed to go with as little quality change as possible out of the rest of them. But this show, unlike any of them, has oscillated almost so minimally it's not even noticeable. If anything, this is one of those shows that they kept the 20-some episode format until these last 2 seasons, which in essence you could say these last 2 seasons are one big season. And it's never suffered. It's as episodic as it has been. Every one of those things built up and paid off in other ways. Everything was building. Like, this show continues to build and build and build, and then make things from the past more important in the future by coming back to it, revisiting it, bringing things back around. This show is so much better written and way more consistent, I'll say, than like most of any of the other shows in its genre at its time. And I'd say like season 1 and 2 of The Flash, something like that, I think that's just on another level. But like, if you're talking consistency, like there's, even in those seasons, there's episodes that are just like, even if the plot lines themselves, the majority of it's really strong, it's not as wholly consistent. This show has been extremely consistent. Like I said, like, even thinking back, even season 1, there's only one episode where I was like, and that I've never been, I don't think ever since that episode. I think the show got better, and even barring last season, maybe being the weakest season, is still a really damn good season. Overall, the show's just like, it's just wild. It keeps on giving. I think it makes the MCU stronger for having existed, even though the MCU just doesn't really talk about it or acknowledge it at all. But I don't know, it's just really fucking good. So I don't regret it at all. I do not. Whatever show is next, yeah, pretty big shoes to fill, but I may have to take a little bit of a reprieve before going into any long-term commitment into the next one, because I'm sure whatever show comes next, I'm pretty sure is going to be, if it comes down to the same 2 shows as last time, one won't last as long, but one could potentially last for the next 5 fucking years if it ends up winning. But anyway, Silver Tier Moon asks, if you could give Sousa a happy ending, what would it be? One of the questions I asked at the end of Agent Carter. That's true. This was not on my bingo card at all. Yes, I'm sure time traveling with Coulson and the gang was not on your bingo card. Nope. Not even. I love Mac's line, it's easier to let bad men live than to let a good man die. That's true. Also, fun fact that this was Mac's 100th episode. Well, damn, let's go. The film style fit perfectly with the story, and I'm glad they made a plausible in-story reason for the film noir style. Love the timing at the end. Gemma was tinkering with Coulson's systems, but it was just as May was coming into a view that the caller rushed back. That is a good point. I didn't even put that together. He started to see color again when May returned. But then again, she's still unfeeling in this moment too, so it is very bittersweet. Very bittersweet at that point. Now we know what's up with May. She's not broken or possessed. Well, I mean, she is kind of broken. Nothing's wrong with her. Well, she admittedly doesn't feel any emotions that belong to her. She says she still feels blank unless she's talking. So there's something wrong with her. She's just got a new ability she'll have to get used to. Though if we had known she had the ability to detect chronicoms last episode, we would have missed out on the hilarious testing scenarios. Moist. Poor Enoch though. Yes, dude, Enoch. I feel so bad. Stuck for 24 years only to be turned into a glorified switchboard operator. Wonder if he's still hiding out at the safe house now that we've jumped another 18 years. Oh God, well there's our time frame. Came out in 73. Alice Cooper's No More Mr. Nice Guy. I was right. Okay, I thought I was leaning 70s whenever I heard it, but I couldn't remember. A year before I was born. Not only does it serve to give us a time frame for the latest jump, it also alludes to the next scene, where Chronicoms change plans, using Hydra to become more aggressive in their attempts to eliminate S.H.I.E.L.D. Now they're guiding Wilfred and Hydra. Who or what do you think will be the next target? In the 70s, who would they target in the 70s? Howard? Howard, maybe. Because that would have been probably around the time Tony was close to, if not having been born. I'm going to hazard a guess. Now let's see. Fair warning, the next week is not my top list of favorites. We're still a decade away. It has some great moments, and I have so much trivia. Let's see, till next week and happy watching. And then we got Felix Hunter. I'm watching Stranger Things Season 4 for the first time with you on Patreon, and I'm not sure if you realized when you met Enoch, he's actually the same actor that plays Eddie Munson's uncle, Wayne. That I did not... I so see that now. Wow. Damn, nice one. Nice catch, Felix. I did not pick up on that in either fashion. That's cool. Nice little connection there. When you started talking about Stranger Things, I was like, oh, where's this going? All right, guys. That's all we got for this episode this week, guys. I'm going to leave it there and pass it off to you. What did you guys think of this episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Over there, you get early access, and you submit your own comments, questions, or fun facts for me to read at the end of these episodes. You can do all that over there as well. Also, and speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out Lily Chan Sun, Kiana Chanel, McGreg, Angela Burr, Calvin Brindley, Sleepy Bastard, Theodore Wolf, and Amy Becca. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors here on the channel, helping sponsors, support the rescues, and take care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help helping us out with all these lovely little fur babies that we got in our care right now. I really appreciate the help and support with all of that. And as always, I want to give a huge special thank you to all of our channel legends. You and the patrons allow us to keep this ship a sailing forward, especially with all the changes in the algorithm and YouTube and all that. You guys help keep this show going as well. Like, without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do most of the stuff we've been doing here. So big thanks. And also you guys here on YouTube, without y'all, we wouldn't even be here. But that's just video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.